Hey everyone, it's me, Cynthia. Thanks for stopping by my channel today. I'm coming to you from Little Elm, Texas today, where I've been visiting with my daughter and taking care of some business and health issues for my dad. You may have heard me mention him on other videos. My dad is 89 years old and suffering from Alzheimer's, and I am his power of attorney for all things. I have a general power of attorney, which includes a durable power of attorney for health issues, so that I can take care of all things as his health declines with age and as a result of the Alzheimer's. So while I'm here taking care of some of his issues, business matters, it got me to thinking about my own and other people who have MS or may not have MS, just regular people, and whether or not people have a medical power of attorney in place or a living will. So for those of us who are managing this chronic disease, the good news is, knock on wood, that MS is not typically fatal, but people do die from complications associated with MS. I was reading online a couple days ago about a study that indicated that people who suffer from MS may have a little bit less life expectancy than someone else who doesn't have MS, but I think that all depends on how we take care of ourselves, just like anything else. But the thing that I thought was important for anybody who has MS or anybody in general is that you need to have a medical power of attorney or a living will when it comes to your health issues. For me in particular, I'm single. So something happens to me where I can't make decisions for myself. I want somebody to make those, somebody that I trust to make those decisions, or I want them to carry out the decisions that I've already decided when it comes to extraordinary measures to keep someone alive. I don't want to be on life support forever, so go ahead and pull the plug on me. Those type of decisions need to be in writing, and you need to appoint someone that you trust to take care of those issues for you. As I mentioned, I am my father's power of attorney for all things, medical and otherwise. For myself, I think it's a power of attorney along with a will. So I have a will, my daughter has a copy of the will, or she has the original of the will, and I have a copy. Those are just some normal business matters that everybody should be taking care of, but it's important for those of us who are living with any type of chronic disease just to make sure that you have everything in place in case something does happen. Preferably you won't need it, but if something happens to you, you're in a car wreck, you're unconscious, do you know who's going to make decisions for you? Do you have a spouse that you trust? Because if you don't, then it's going to be left up to your next of kin, and who is that? So it could be your spouse. If you don't have, when I say if you haven't made it clear to someone what your wishes are, then someone else is going to step in and decide what to do, whether you're going to be on life support, whether they're going to go through any extraordinary measures to either keep you alive or care for you. When it comes to a will, do you have a will? Do you want people getting your stuff who you may not want to have it? I know when I worked in the federal government, there were a lot of people who would be divorced. I won't say a lot. I have known of some people who were separated for years and years and years. One spouse dies. Guess what? You're separated, but you didn't bother to let personnel know you were separated. There's no will anywhere, so this spouse who you may not even like and weren't living with is then going to get a windfall. If it's someone that you're separated from and you become ill and some decisions need to be made, well, medical personnel are going to look for your next of kin, and if you're married, guess what? That's who it is. Do you have children that you trust? Do you have a friend? Do you have somebody that you trust to carry out the wishes the way you want them done? You know, again, MS is not necessarily going to be fatal, but you could have some complications that render you unconscious or affect your health, and whereas someone else is going to need to make those decisions. A few years ago, I lost a girlfriend to cancer, and she knew she was dying because she decided that she didn't want any treatments anymore. So you know you're dying, but we don't have access to a will. You die. I was there when she died. Nobody knows where the will. You don't have your paperwork in order. The children, you know, grown, 2 of them grown, 1 not. Where's the documentation? Like, we're scrambling trying to figure everything out, and you know that you have this disease, that you're in hospice, so you know you're dying. So, and that's just, it's a terrible situation. It's a burden for the family that's left behind to have to try to figure all this stuff out. So don't let that be what happens to you, even though this, again, MS is not going to kill you. I have relapse and remitting. I'm stable. I'm not even on any medication. That could change tomorrow. But I do have a power of attorney in place. And I also have a power of attorney in place, and I also have a will. So everything's going to be taken care of according to my wishes and not someone else's. So it's just something to think about. Again, not related to MS, but something that was on my heart that I thought I wanted to share. So again, I want to thank you for stopping by. And let's see, today, I've just come back from lunch, and I'm having a glass of champagne by Corbel, my favorite. So it's happy hour. It's a little after 3 now, so I thought I'd get started early. Filming too, so just kind of goes hand in hand. Until next time, I want to thank you for stopping by. If you like my channel and the information that I'm sharing, please hit like, subscribe, tell your friends, family. If there's something that you would like for me to address, I do these videos as things come up that I think might be helpful to share. I have been living with MS for more than 20 years, and I'm doing well on no medication, not even an antidepressant. So I feel I'm doing something right, and so I'd like to be a blessing to others and share where I can be helpful. If you have questions about things, if there are things that you have experienced and kind of wondering about, maybe I have as well, please leave me a comment, and I try to respond promptly, you know, a day or 2. I'm not always online, but when I see that someone has left me a comment, then I will look at it and try to respond as quickly as possible. Until next time, cheers!